Today we're reviewing Evil Exists, tragedy pimpin' in the Sebastian case, just like they did in Summer's case.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is needed for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
So this is Evil Exists, and they do, usually, short videos. And as you can see, Sebastian, and it's often bashing the parents, or at least trying to paint them in a bad light. And by parents, I mean Chris and Katie. Not really Seth. I haven't seen anything to do with Seth in a bad light. Just Chris and Katie. Now, this channel has done similar to Summerwell's, and I mean, we could go back there, but in this video, we are concentrating on what this channel is saying about Sebastian and his parents. We're going to review one short video. All their videos are actually pretty short. And one thing that's good that I will say about this channel is they don't go live, so there's no live chats running with conspiracies. Although the comments are kind of iffy sometimes, they at least don't go live and spew a bunch of BS with their chats. But as you can see, scrolling across your screen, it's all Sebastian over and over, with a little Madeline Soto thrown in there. And before that, it was all Summer Wells, all of it. But it is important to mention that their theories do affect a case, and they do affect how people think about a case. So let's take a listen. We're going to just review this one video in this video. And thank you all for being here. It's me, TPE, and I appreciate you. So let's take a listen. So again, this video is Evil Exists, and it says, "Did you notice this huge red flag? Sebastian Rogers case update today."
Today I want to take you back to one of the first interviews that Chris and Katie Proudfoot did. I think they did this one with Olivia. There are a number of red flags in this interview, at least in my opinion. Today, I want to talk about 3 that took place one after the other, in a matter of seconds.
So in my opinion, what they're trying to do is pick apart the interview of parents of a missing child very soon after their child had gone missing. Well, that's kind of wrong in the first place, but I understand people do what they do, so let's just pick it apart in a different way, and let's see how it could be trauma, and because they are victims, let's just take a look at it in a different way. But let's hear what Evil Exists has to say first, and then we will try to give an ulterior thought on how and why and what might it be.
Firstly, listen to this. What do you hear?
My car, and I drove around the neighborhood, and I drove over by the school, and he's already, at this point, I was hysterical, and I was crying and screaming.
Katie says, I jumped in my car, and I drove around the neighborhood, and I drove by the school, and he's already, at this point I was hysterical, and I was crying, I was screaming, and he was three-way, he three-wayed law enforcement. Did you guys hear that? He's already what? Who's she referring to when she says he? Definitely very interesting. Now,
that could mean anything. He's already been gone for I don't know how long. He could be so far away by now. I don't know. I just woke up. Who knows how long he's been gone for? I mean, this could be so many things, but you're gonna make it seem like something bad against parents. Parents who are freshly wounded. These are victims. Not only victims, but victims in the eyes of the law. And here you are, bashing victims. It's not always about how much money a tragedy pimp makes, but sometimes it's about how they treat a victim.
now, let's look at the next few seconds. Chris starts to cough, and many are suggesting that it's because Katie messed up, and he is reminding her to get back on track with the story, or to remind her that she's not telling the story right.
Or the man just had to cough. I mean, come on.
And he was three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement, and was...
Now, let's look again at what
three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement and was.
Do you see that tapping motion? Tapping on the table to remember the order in which things take place. One would do this if they are trying to remember an order of events. Then she screams out three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement.
Just wow. Evil exists. Seriously? If you look at her, if you look at Katie, she looks exhausted. She's exhausted probably because her child is missing. Perhaps she's struggling to remember the timeline. What you're not hearing are the questions that were asked by the interviewer, which you say is Olivia. That's important. What you're doing is nitpicking at victims. There is no proof that Katie or Chris have done anything to Sebastian. And until we are told otherwise, they are victims. And that's in the eyes of the law, okay? Victims. So lay off. Lay off. It seems you just want to jump on the gravy train like everybody else. You know, the majority of people. I find it disgusting. I think you sometimes do videos that include just, you know, what happened over the past couple days and you don't share an opinion on it. But this is too much. It's gross. You are bashing victims. Victims of a missing child with no factual evidence that they've done anything wrong. And that makes you a tragedy pimp, just like you did with Summer's case as well, and probably still continue to.
This interview is very worrying and gives almost a clear indication that there is a script, a narrative that was discussed and is being put out.
Wow, what a joke. Where is your proof? Where's your evidence? Where's anything to show that that is factual? Oh, right, you don't have anything. Even the other night, you made a video and it said, Chris has been so quiet and Katie's been even quieter. I told you that Chris had just did an almost 3-hour interview just the other night. And thankfully, your next video came out and you kind of changed your tune, you kind of fixed it up a little. But see, you're not informed. You're going off of what the Tragedy Pimp channels are saying. And you're a Tragedy Pimp too. It's clear to me that you're not using your own critical thinking, but that you're using the critical thinking / Tragedy Pimp thinking of other channels who run with crap narratives to make money. I'm not saying you're necessarily doing it for money, because again, you don't go live, you don't have the live chat. Your views are definitely not the highest, but I kind of feel like you're striving to get some high views and make money on this really, really bad narrative that you're painting about victims. And it's wrong. There is zero proof that Chris and Katie had anything to do with the disappearance of their son. Just like there's no proof that Seth has been involved in the disappearance of his son. Just a little bad behavior from both men. Which proves nothing. It means nothing. If you want to help find missing kids, why not share the facts? Why put out all the drama? And why speculate when it can hurt victims? And this all hurts Sebastian, by the way. All of it. Let's smarten up. Let's do better. It's not about making money. It's about how you make that money. It's called morals. And you'd think that we would want to have our morals over money, not money over morals. So welcome to the channel. You're an official Tragedy Pimp. All we can do is do better. And if you do better, I'm happy to share that too. Oh, and before I go, just in case anyone may have forgotten, the best place to get facts regarding Sebastian's case is the TBI Newsroom website. There they have Q&A. They have all kinds of stuff, pictures that you can use, as in pictures of him. They have answers to frequently asked questions, where they have searched, all kinds of stuff. So you should, probably go check it out. It's helpful. And try reporting on that because, it's factual, unlike the stuff that I've been hearing reported lately, which is all garbage. Garbage, drama, misinformation, and total lies. So why don't we just read this one part off quickly? We ask the public to help us by refraining from sharing speculation posted by or discussed by non-official sources and reporting only credible tips or information to 1-800-TBI-FIND. So that means your bunk, tragedy pimp, BS information is, well, bunk. There's no need of it. You're all causing drama in Sebastian's name, and he deserves better. Yep, that's just my opinion, and I think it's a lot of people's opinions, including 2 out of 3 of his parents, at least. Well, even Seth said he doesn't like the drama. Sometimes it's hard to tell that, but I do think that you creators don't help with that. So stop with the drama. Stop with the money before morals speculation BS that you're putting all over the internet. What you're doing to Sebastian is muddying up his name and case. And that's unfair. Not only is it unfair to his parents, but it's unfair to Sebastian. And he's the most important one here. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. And this video is not monetized for ad revenue. If you were considering donating to this channel today, please consider donating to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Instead, the link will be in the description. Thank you. Take care. Please take a moment to look at this sweet face. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And here are some of his pictures. Please take a look. Thank you. If you have any credible information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND.